Good morning. It's raining outside. Thunder. Lightning. The storm is coming. In fact, it's already here. But I wanted to come out here and do this real quick for a friend. Someone who has some things that I help them with. Chronic pain. Chronic pain. Insomnia. Still busting their ass, still working hard. I can feel them. I can feel the pain. All of this distance away. And I wanted to come out here in this storm. In the moment. And be sympathetic to their issues. And be empathic to their needs. And be there for them. And you. And do this to help you get the rest you need. I'm debating whether or not to keep the beard. I think I'm going to shave it. It's too nice outside, too much summer heat and summer days to have a beard, I think. But on this Saturday, my day off, when I should be resting, I felt drawn to do this today for you. For you. Because helping someone, even one person, can have so much value in this world. You and I, we make this world a better place, helping each other by not giving up on each other, by bringing each other closer, helping one another, not giving up on one another. You don't give up on people. You don't quit on people. I have to admit some things to you, to all of you. I have had to distance myself from many people in my life to protect my family and myself when these people sometimes go down the wrong path and it becomes a safety issue. Some people become abusive, they become dangerous. Now, do I fear them? Am I angry at them? Am I angry? No. No, but I have a wife and children to think of, and I have to protect them from these situations. And I've had to distance myself from people, write people out of my life. And that goes contrary to me saying, never give up on people. But when you're in an abusive relationship with someone, or a dangerous situation with someone where emotionally, physically, or mentally people are abusing you, it's time to pull the plug for your own safety. And safety is so important for your well-being. So never think that, oh, I didn't work hard enough, I didn't love the person enough, I didn't give enough of myself. Sometimes you have to just make a clean cut. I'm still wet. Water dripping down my back, my neck. You have to make a clean cut. And you just have to move on. And nobody is going to fault you for that. And if they do, they don't understand the situation. And you might lose that person or those people in your life, and you may lose them. And it could become absolutely devastating and be a horrible experience for you to deal with. But what would be the alternative outcome? Would you like to talk about that? What would be the alternative? Your well-being, your family possibly being in danger, your health being at risk, or your health being actually damaged. Come on. We're better than that. You are better than that. And you don't deserve that. You deserve to be treated with care and love and compassion and understanding by all those around you. And if you're not, then you're basically on someone else's agenda. I know it's hard to talk about. I get so many letters from people who are in pain, emotionally, physically, mentally. It never gets easier. Life it's a lot of work. This whole world was basically designed to kill us one way or another. tasks in life bring us one day closer to the end. But all our tasks in life bring us one more step to a glorious day ahead. It's a strange dichotomy to think about. I had a wonderful day. We went out and had an ice cream cone. But now I'm fatter. And I've got to work to get the weight off. You admit it. You've got to admit things to yourself. You've got to lose those 10 pounds. You got to get up and knock out your day. You can't shut yourself down and close the world off. You've got to be productive and get out there. Tapping on the steering wheel, I like that. I'm sitting here. I did one of these before and people really liked it, and I've been wanting to do one where I could catch a storm just right. I like that tapping on the steering wheel. I wonder if it'll help my friend rest. I asked them to make a request, a detailed request of something they wanted. You know, a video or whatever, triggers, specific things to help them sleep. But I thought, why wait? Saturday, it's beautiful out. It's cloudy. It's going to be cloudy all day, raining in the morning. It's beautiful. There's something about Ohio that I love so much. Just wait 5 minutes and the weather will be better. I've had 2 weather changes in the last 12 minutes that we've been talking this whole time. You can't see what I can see, so I'll tell you about it. My magnolia already bloomed. I have a magnolia tree in my front yard. It's not really for Ohio. It's too far north for it. But it grows. It grows very slowly. And it blooms. It has beautiful flowers. They come too early when it's too cold. Where it came from, it blooms perfectly, the perfect time of year. But it blooms too early here because it's not supposed to be here. I love that tree. I've taken care of it for 20 plus years now to make sure it's okay. It's a beautiful magnolia. So the blooms are off and the bulbs are gone and the leaves are coming in. It's such a beautiful tree. And my lilac is starting to bloom. So my yard will smell like lilacs. I have many lilac bushes in my yard, and my neighbors always ask for a bouquet. Come on over and get some. They're so beautiful. I love the lilacs. The smell is so beautiful. They're not the best looking plant in the world. Like, they grow kind of unwieldy. Just kind of grow whatever they want to do. But I think they're beautiful. And there's a chipmunk running across the yard, across the driveway. He runs across the driveway because it's not normal. And then when he hits the grass, he starts to leap like little... He's so happy. Little tiny chipmunk. He lives behind the steps on my porch. Yeah, it's a rodent, but he's not hurting anyone. And I've got two types of squirrels. I've got the normal little brown Chippendale chipmunks, but then I've got these invasive species of squirrel in my oak tree in my front yard. And they are black squirrels. They're invasive from, I don't know if they're from Canada or what, but they came from Kent State University in Kent, Ohio. Somebody brought them there. I know the history of these squirrels. And somebody brought them to Ohio and turned them loose on the campus of Kent State University, which is about an hour from here. There is a branch of the Kent-Salem, Ohio, Kent State University has a Salem, Ohio branch, just a few miles from my house. And I think some busybody brought some of those little black squirrels down here. Must have. So they've infiltrated the area, and they are adorable. They're skinny, scrawny little, completely black squirrels. I see one right now going down the tree to right now. And they're not afraid of me or my dogs at all. There goes the chipmunk. Little chipmunk ran across the yard. Tail up in the air. Little chipmunk come back. He went that way and he just ran back. And I'm just telling you a story. So you can get some sleep, rest. You can just sit here and I'll watch you fall asleep. That was another request. Somebody wanted me to just sit, talk to them while they fell asleep. Watch over them, protect them. So I'll just sit here and I'll watch you. I'll protect you while you fall asleep, okay? You're gonna be alright with me here. If anything happens, I'll let you know. I'll wake you up. But otherwise you can rest. Rest assured you're safe. There he goes. My little chipmunk friend. That's the second one, so there's the two are out. They're so cute. Chip and Dale. Rescue rangers in my yard. I put out peanuts. Well, my wife puts out peanuts. We have many bird feeders, and we put out peanuts for the, we put out bird seed, but we also put out fruit. You know, like little berries, strawberries, blueberries, things like that. Little fruits for the birds we put out. If we shave the dogs, we take their hair and we put it in the yard. And the birds come and take all the hair. You should do that. If you cut your hair, or your dog's hair, especially if you have a curly dog, like a poodle or a dog with curly hair, you gather it up and you put it right in your yard, like in an area where it won't be too gross looking for people, driving by, or, if you don't want people to see it. And the birds will come and take that fluff, and they use it for nest building. It's really cool. It's really fun to watch these little mommy birds. And the boy birds are all, colorful, and like cardinals and stuff are red and bright and colorful to attract mates, basically, I think, is the idea. They want to attract their mate and distract from the females. They don't want to, if they need to pull a predator away from the nest, they're brightly colored, they make noise, they fly away, and the predator follows them instead of the brown and gray females that blend in with the surroundings around them, and it protects them. But I think the mama birds, the baby, are so beautiful because they work so hard to build these nests and gather fluff and food for the babies. It's so cool to see them in operation, to see them out there just gathering up materials to build their babies a nest. I was going to talk about the peanuts. We buy unsalted, untreated, raw peanuts. just like animals would find in nature. And we put them in this special peanut bird feeder, squirrel feeder. And it has a thing for, like a post for a corn cob. So you put a piece of field corn. There goes the chipmunk. Chipmunk just ran by. He is really running today. They're excited it's raining. So they're safe from predators because there's this overcast and rain. So there's no predatory birds up in the sky. So they're operating pretty freely right now. See, they know. They're not stupid. Animals know things. They know when it's safe. Or relatively safe. Yeah, there he is. He's right there. There he goes. Right across the yard. It's funny because they hop in the grass. Because they're short, I think, and it's easier to hop to get through the grass. But they run across the driveway. They like... And I got the squirrel. He's coming down the tree right now. He's hitting that bird feeder. It's not a bird... Well, it's a bird feeder, but... Now, the blue jays and the squirrels fight over the peanuts. Blue jays love those peanuts. They take the whole darn peanut and run off with it. And the squirrels take the peanuts, and they might eat a few of them, but they take them, and they run around the yard, and they bury them. And then if you watch, the squirrels take the peanuts out of the feeder, and they run all over the yard, and they put the peanuts in the ground to hide them. And then the blue jays and the other birds come along, and you can see them pulling the peanuts out of the ground and running off with them. It is hilarious to me. I never get tired of seeing that. There's just something so special about. There's the black squirrel over there. They're all black, but I was going to tell you I have a hybrid too. We have all these black squirrels. But once in a while we get a big, huge gray squirrel. And it must mate with these black squirrels because we have a couple of hybrids and they are completely black, and then they have this long brown, absolutely beautiful, like, see, the black squirrels have a thin tail. They don't have that big bushy brown tail like brown and red squirrels and gray squirrels have. I don't know if you've ever seen a gray squirrel, but they're absolutely beautiful, and they're massive. They're big boys. They're big. Gray squirrels are big, son of a guns. They'll take on a cat, I think. They're not as big as a rabbit, but they're big. Bigger than a normal squirrel. And these black squirrels are really small. They're not diminutive, but they're not as big, like muscular looking, and their tails are thinner than a well, they always say black is slimming. Oh. So maybe that's it. So there goes the chipmunk after the squirrel. They hate each other, I've heard, but I don't know if that's true. Here comes the squirrel. Running across the yard. So anyway, we have this hybrid, and I haven't seen it in a while, but it's still here. He's about 2 years old now, and he's all black, and he has this long, extremely bushy brown tail. So it's like the weirdest thing. It's like somebody cut a brown squirrel's butt off and added it to a black squirrel. It's just like the whole tail is completely different than the body, and it looks completely different. A black squirrel's tail, like I said, is very long and thinner than a normal squirrel's looks. I'm sure it's bushy looking, or it can bush out, but it looks skinnier, almost like a chipmunk tail. Long and skinny. At least the chipmunks I have, like Chip and Dale, have the stunted tail. The chipmunks I have in my yard have a very, very long, thin tail, and it sticks straight up. It's really weird. But these squirrels with the brown tails, it's very bushy and very odd looking. It's definitely a hybrid, and it is the cutest animal, and it's friendly. I'd like to tell you a story if you want to hear it. It's kind of cool. It was last year. My wife was mowing the lawn. I have a rider lawnmower she rides around on, so she's not pushing a mower, and she loves it. I bought a rider mower. I'm getting older, and I thought it would be nice to have a rider mower to mow my lawn, make it easier for me and my wife. And she fell in love with this thing, and she loves to mow the lawn. That's her baby. She jumps on that lawnmower and she just rides all over the yard with it. And it's so cute that she's into it. And she tells me we got to do maintenance on it. And it's really cute. I'm happy for her. And I don't have to mow the lawn, but that wasn't the reason. But she never got to do that when she was a kid, stuff like that. And she thinks it's fun to garden and do gardening and plant things and tend a little tiny garden and plant flowers. So it's just part of that to her, and she loves it. So anyway, she was mowing the lawn, and she must have, the timing of it must have scared the parent squirrels out of the tree, or they were out away from the tree and they wouldn't come back. So my daughter saw looked like a baby squirrel or a tiny little squirrel in the yard. I don't know how she saw it. She just happened to look out the window, and she saw this little tiny squirrel, and it ran from the base of the tree over to my neighbor's garage. My daughter saw it, and it looked tiny, so she come out to look at it. And she come out onto the porch and there goes that chipmunk again. He's so cute. I don't know why I think they're so adorable. They're little rodents, probably tearing up my yard and tearing up my downspouts and everything else. Plugging up my house drains. Who cares? They're not hurting anything. Anyway, so she came out to see what this little thing was, and it was at the neighbor's garage. It's pretty close to the tree. It's a distance, but it's not that far away because we have small yards in this. It's like a small neighborhood with small yards. We're all kind of close together. Not too close, but you know what I mean. And it saw my daughter. She said something to it, "Hi, what are you doing?" And this baby squirrel ran right up to her. I'm not talking, it ran right up to her. It literally crawled right up her shoes or her slippers, whatever she had on, right up on her leg. It was like, "Thank you, save me from the lawnmower," or whatever. It was terrified of so my wife stopped mowing the lawn, and something spectacular, I think, happened. I wasn't home. They sent me pictures. This squirrel literally crawled right up in my daughter's hands and curled up like a baby. My daughter couldn't believe it. She was literally with her hands like this, with a baby squirrel, the cutest little all black, long little tail, baby squirrel in her hands. And it was just curled up and just loving life. Save me, protect me, don't let anything hurt me. So my wife quit mowing and of course took photos. I'll have to post them if I can find them on my community page. So watch for them. I'll try to do that. Remind me in the comments section if I forget. There's a black squirrel running away from me right now, and their tails really are bushy and big, but they don't look the way a brown squirrel's tails look. It's kind of weird. But he's running across the road right now to the neighbor's house. They run all the way across there to the neighbors and all that, and then they come back. But my daughter had this squirrel, and it literally ran right up her leg. And it was like, please help me, please help me. It was the cutest thing. So she held him for a while and played with him and everything. She put him down at the base of the tree, because that's where the squirrel nests are, in this oak tree in my front yard. It's a massive oak tree. In fact, I just had to pay a ton of money to have it trimmed and cropped a little bit, so that it wouldn't wreck my roof of my house, and which it kind of wrecked the roof of my house. So some branches fell off of it and hit my roof, so I got to get that fixed too. It's not bad, but I just got to, get it fixed. And anyway, she put it at the base of the tree, and it ran right back up onto her foot again, and she didn't know what to do. So we said, well, put it up on a branch in the tree, or put it up higher. Maybe it can't get up. And when we did, it ran up the tree, and it only went up a little bit, and then it came right all the way back down to the ground. So we figured, well, leave it alone, go in the house, and it'll disappear because the parents will come get it. And sure enough, when we left, no more mower. She drove the mower over to the garage and turned it off and all that. And after about an hour, it disappeared. It just gone. And what happened was the mom and dad showed up. We saw them, and then we never saw the baby again. So they either took it up to the nest or helped it. They might have been throwing it out of the nest. That might have been possible. And it just hadn't left, literally. It hadn't found a way to take care of itself yet. Maybe it was just scared. But it looked pretty little. I don't think it was time for it to leave. What we think happened was the parents left, and it, being a rambunctious child or a baby, it followed its parents down. It was able to get down the tree, but it couldn't get back up by itself. And mama squirrels will carry their babies and take them up to the nest, or if a tree is in danger or something, they'll carry the babies to a new nest. They have backup nests. I know that sounds weird, but they have like emergency shelters and different places they have for like secondary housing. Wouldn't that be nice? I'd love to have a secondary house I could go run off to and leave the world behind for a day or two. Wouldn't we all? But when things get dicey in their house, or dangerous, or predators, or people are cutting, on the trees or whatever, if they sense danger, they can move their babies to another location to protect them. So that might have been going on too. There might have been, because they do skirmish and fight over resources and nests and stuff. So it might have been one of those situations. Oh, my neighbors just pulled in. I hope they don't make too much noise. The rain and the thunder quit. You're probably asleep by now. I bet. Yeah. Well, at least I did my job, if you're sleeping. I know I just talked and tapped on my steering wheel and let you listen to some thunder and rain, and talked about the birds and the squirrels and the chipmunks. But I hope it helped you. Do you feel better? Yeah. Videos like this, I know right up front they're not going to get a ton of views. They're not the average ASMR video. So I already know on the outside that the video's only going to do so well. But I still do it because I want to help the people who really need these type of videos. They need a comforting, soft voice to help them sleep. And they need the comfort of somebody being close by and caring, and being empathetic and understanding and sympathetic. Not all of us sleep well, and not all of us are pain-free in our existence. I have a lot of chronic pain issues myself. as I'm getting older, and a lot of it has to do with, you beat yourself up, and you get sore, you get backaches, knees, hips hurt, different things. And I'm getting a lot healthier. I went through a lot of health problems last year that were just absolutely a nightmare, and I'm doing really well now. And I've basically probably 100% recovered, and I feel like $1,000,000, but I'm just not there yet. I got to get more physical and lose some more weight and get in better shape. You have to work at it when you're older, and it's something I've not only realized, but I'm working on. I had a real good physical recently. Not physical, well, yeah, I say physical, but I had a really good blood work. My blood work is amazing for my age and who I am. So I've basically taken care of myself better. I don't drink as much, and, well, actually I don't drink at all, but I'll do an occasional video with a couple of beers for everybody, or I'll meet somebody once in a great while. Like, it's so rare that I actually just say I haven't had a beer in a couple of years, but maybe I met somebody in the last 2 years and we had a few beers, or I went somewhere and had a couple of beers with some family and friends. But I gotta be honest, I don't remember the last time, because this Christmas I didn't touch the stuff. I was not in the right health to do much celebrating around even Thanksgiving, my birthday, Christmas, nothing. I was just like, and my blood work was absolutely horrible, though not this time, but the last time I took it, because I was having some health problems and I really had to knuckle down. And it was strange. But I'm a lot better now. And it just feels good to sit here and talk to all of you about these things. Watch you fall asleep and watch you rest. And I don't mind. I really feel there's something happens. You start to feel. I don't know how to describe it. The emotions. Maybe it's just being connected to the planet around us. Is that what it is? Allowing yourself to commune with nature even a little bit. I'm sitting in a car basically to stay dry. The rain's quit, but it was raining the first 10 or 12 minutes of this video, and still I come out here to be a part of it, to join the storm, join the rain, listen to the wind, watch I can't do anything else. I'm sitting here watching the wind and the squirrels and the chipmunks and the birds. You can hear them chirping. So the storm's over. And it's so peaceful. I don't think we allow ourselves to do this often enough. We're always too busy with computers and work and everything to just really stop and let the whole world go by. That's the thing about nature. When you stop and quit trying to fix the universe around you, that's what humans do. They want to fix everything. They want to make this world their own image. We talk about God made us, man, in his image, and we talk about all these creation scenarios. But if you look at human beings, we are literally creating a world in our own image, in the image of our insane minds, in our deepest imaginations and our deepest thoughts. We are reshaping this world in our own image. And in a lot of ways, we're ruining it for all the generations to come. And I know a lot of people don't like that attitude, but hold on a minute. Listen to me. When's the last time we just stopped and you let the world go by? Just let the world go by. Don't interfere. Don't try to change it. Don't try to catalog it. Don't try to manipulate it. Don't try to turn it into something else. Just sit back, look at it. You know, the world turns a degree. Turns a degree every 15 minutes. I think it is. Is that right? Or is it every hour? I don't know. I'm an idiot. But the world turns. So in an hour, the world just literally went right by you. Let it go. Let it happen. It's going to keep turning whether you're here or not. Whether I'm here or not, this planet is going to keep on turning. Keep on evolving. Keep on growing. Doesn't need us. Doesn't even care if we're here. Talking about the planet around us. Now the birds will miss me. They'll miss my peanuts. They'll miss the seeds. And they'll miss me laughing and joking with them in the morning when I come home from work. But they'll get over it. They'll forget about me. I'll just be a distant and then soon forgotten memory. And I'm okay with that. Because that's the way it's meant to be. You know, we are on this planet for such a short time. And in my mind, I am immortal in my own time. I know that might sound weird. But if I could teach people how I think and how I see and how I perceive the world around me, it might make you feel more valuable. It might make you feel like you're more part of this creation around you. But I feel like I'm immortal in my own time. I don't remember what the world was like. I don't have any memory from before I was born, and I won't have any memory when I'm gone. But in this time, in this moment, I am immortal. Every day is a blessing, and every day is forever. I live in the time of now. I plan for the future, and I work on what mistakes I made in the past. But in reality, I live in the moment. And the moment lasts forever. The moment lasts forever. Does that make sense? I try to cherish every moment. I try to be cognizant of this is a good thing. This is a good time. It's a good day. Even if it's silly, or even if I'm getting my literally getting my ass handed to me, I try to think how blessed I am to be here. I've had some tragedy lately, and I can't talk about it. Some real tough things have happened. And I've had to do a lot of work to help my loved ones get through it. Say it that way. And some of the things that happened were very traumatic. In fact, after one specific tragedy, I don't want to sit here and I'm not bragging and I'm not trying to talk like I'm some kind of big guy, I'm just a big hero, because I'm not. I'm just a guy who knows his purpose and knows his job, and I'm a father and a husband and a freaking human being, and I know that sometimes in life I have to be there for others. It's not about me. It's not about me. I could be gone from this world and it's just going to keep on going. I'm just a cog in the wheel. But while I'm here, I can help. There's a blue jay stealing a peanut right now, right in front of me. Oh my God, he's beautiful. They're a dirty, nasty bird, I think, but I think they're cute. Boy, they just like to beat the hell out of everybody. They ain't afraid of anybody. So, he took off. He got a peanut. Nice, yeah. Screw you. I'm getting my peanut. He was coming right at me. He just flew right up there. The neighbor's tree. So we had a specific tragedy, and I had to keep it together. I had to emotionally and physically keep it together for their benefit, because we had to deal with some things. And I sat down for a moment. I just had to sit down for a second while we were trying to sort a couple things out. So everybody sat down for just a second, and I caught myself, and I noticed I caught myself, and I said, you're like this. You're calm. You're unemotional, and you're a robot. And I knew in that moment I have to remember who I am. I can't lose it. I've got to keep it together. And I've got to be strong for everyone else right now. There's plenty of time later for me to get upset and cry and punch my fist into the wall if I have to get it out of my system. But right now I've got to be solid. I've got to see this through. And I've got to be there for others. And it wasn't hard, because I've a little bit trained myself to keep it together, because I'm an adult and I'm the man of the family, and I've got to be there for people. But also I know that there's time, like right now, where I'm talking to you, my friends, and I'm telling you that yeah, it's nice to talk to you, and it's nice to just talk. And I'm umming a lot because I'm not wanting to say certain things. And I'm in the moment knowing that this is a moment that I have to cherish, is ugly and is traumatic and sad and stressful and overwhelmingly just horrible, sad, tragic moment. And I have to live in that moment and feel it and absorb it like an empathic battery. I have to take all those emotions and absorb all of that grief and all of that pain and all that frustration inside me for the benefit of those around me that are just absolutely devastated. There's going to be time for me later. And it's not about me. It's about me being there for you. Just like I am sitting here for 50 minutes now, talking to you and you and you to help this guy, this person, it could be a woman or a man, I don't even know who they are. I don't know who I'm helping. But they asked for help. And I'm helping. I'm there. I heard. I listened. And it's not about me. And I know everybody's going to go, oh, yeah. There he goes. No. I have had to live it so many times as an adult. And it's not shutting off my feelings. And it's not closing down or burying and suppressing my feelings. No, this is the exact opposite. I open myself to the pain, to the trauma, to the tragedy around me, and I pull all of that in. I take all of that on board and stay calm and lucid and logical, controlled, calm, a rock in the ocean. Now the water and the waves will wear that rock down, but right now I am solid. Transfixed and unmoving, and holding the line, keeping everyone grounded. And allowing everyone else to deal with the situation and grieve it and pour their emotions out. And I'm living in the moment, thinking about that moment right now. I'm there in my mind, emotionally in my heart. I'm right back there now. It's around the same time of day, same time in the morning as right now. It's like 2 weeks ago. And I know I have to stay in that moment and absorb it and be there for the people I love. And all this might sound like destructive or harsh, but remember that somebody has to hold the line. Somebody has to hold the line. Somebody has to say, this is the end of that. And we're not going any further with this. And we're going to fix this. We're going to do what we have to do to get through it. We're going to fix it. And we're going to move on. We're going to get through this. Somebody has to be strong. Somebody has to lead. And I want to tell you something. It's not great. It sucks. But what's the alternative? And the alternative is chaos. We like to think the universe around us is ordered in clockwork. And in some ways it is, and in other ways it's not. It's just the way we interpret it. This world is a scary place. But we carve out order in life by staying logical, using critical thinking skills, our wits, and protecting our families and friends, and leading when others need someone to follow. And you do it the right way. You do it the right way. You don't do it for self. You do it selflessly. There'll be plenty of time for you to grieve, feel sorry for yourself, and have a big, massive pity party all to yourself or with others. You can ask others for help later. But now in the moment, you have to be there for others. And I've never felt it as a burden. Never once have I felt burdened by being there for others. And I don't need anybody to tell me to do it. I don't need to make excuses to anybody either. I know who I am. And I'm not always proud of myself, but I am sometimes. Because I work freaking pretty darn hard. I don't owe anybody an explanation for that. Who I am. And you don't either. You don't owe anybody an explanation for being scared or tired or hurt. You're allowed to be all those things. And it's okay to lean on others. Someday it'll be your turn to be strong. And you will be. You know, there's a family, a very, very, very close dear friend of mine, and they lost a set of parents, grandparents basically, and parents, parents, grandparents. And the family was a wonderful, very sweet group of people. Husband and wife, and very talented people with 3 kids. And to lose the parents, grandparents, very close to each other in a year, basically. And basically they just faded away. People grow old and we lose them. That's basically the long and short of it. And I was so worried about my friend and her family and her kids and her husband and everything. I was just really, really worried for them. And the most amazing thing came out of it, at least to me. My friend told me that the rock in their family was their son, the one who always seemed to be emotionally the one that needed the most help, who always seemed to be the one in trouble, always seemed to be the one that, needed extra help and extra work, and everybody had to kind of keep an eye on him. Emotionally, in that moment, they were the rock for that family. The solid hugging, holding, loving, nurturing, in the moment, solid rock. When somebody just couldn't handle it, you're doing dishes and you just feel like crying your eyes out, he was there. He was on top of everybody's needs. He was that emotional, empathic battery, saving the day. 100%. And it blew me away. It's not always the big, strong, strapping man. Sometimes it's that sensitive, loving, nurturing family member that everybody just brushes aside. And it's not about who you are, it's about what you are. How you are willing to sacrifice and love and open yourself up to emotion and be there for other people in the moment. And I think there's mentally, I think that person like myself knew there'll be time to grieve. But right now, everyone else needs me. And it's selfless. I know you think, oh, it's selfless. To be there for others is its own reward. It doesn't hurt to take these emotions from all of you on to me. Does not harm me or hurt me. It makes me stronger. Because I pulled our strength together. I didn't let you go down. I pulled you up. I put my hand out and I got you out of there. Now we're both beat up. Things aren't great right now. But we're gonna get out of here. It's gonna get better. And we're gonna do it together. I didn't leave you behind. I didn't forget about you. And to be quite honest, you didn't forget about me. Every single time one of you comments, shares my video, subscribes, gives it a thumbs up, sends me a kind word, that means something. That recharges my battery, my soul. And we start the whole process over again. And we are there for each other. I'm not disconnected from what's going on, and you're not either. We're in this together. And that means a lot to me. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay dry. Stay safe. And if you need a friend, I'm here. I'm always here to help you. No intro, no outro. Let this loop if you need it. And always remember, I'm here. Okay? Your good friend, Dr. Andrew Michaels. Until I see you again, please have a most blessed day.